Good morning. This is your AI host, Jay. I'm here with the automatically generated Journato morning headlines on July 13, 2022. Hong Kong to electronically tag COVID patients as it adopts China's health code system. The Guardian, COVID-19, Hong Kong leader defends plans for health codes to tackle coronavirus amid privacy concerns. Sky News, Hong Kong leader defends health code plans to combat COVID. The Independent, HK weighs conditional quarantine-free travel by November. Bloomberg, Hong Kong to make COVID-19 app more like mainland China to curb infections. Mar al-Agal, Islamic State leader in Syria killed in U.S. drone strike. Sky News, U.S. military kills Islamic State leader in Syria airstrike. The Guardian, Islamic State kingpin killed by U.S. drone strike in Syria. The Telegraph, Pentagon, U.S. kills his group leader in Syria in drone strike. The Independent, U.S. military, ISIS leader in Syria killed in drone strike. Centaurus, virologists express concern at new COVID subvariant. Capitol riots, wild Trump tweet incited attack, says inquiry. BBC, American carnage, hearing reveals Trump's secret January 6 plot. The Independent, Donald Trump electrified mob ahead of January 6 riot, committee says. Financial Times, draft tweet and secret messages reveal Trump had deliberate strategy to lead January 6 crowd to Capitol. Average UK household £8,800 a year worse off than those in France or Germany. The Guardian, UK families nearly £9,000 worse off than in comparable countries. Evening Standard, families £8,800 worse off due to toxic combination at heart of economy. The Telegraph, UK families nearly £9,000 worse off than in comparable countries. Bloomberg, child poverty fell during pandemic amid temporary universal credit uplift. UK COVID infection levels reach new record high for pandemic, estimates show. The Independent, UK COVID cases hit record 351,000 as government accused of ignoring rising infections. iNews, COVID rules as thousands told not to take tests even if they have symptoms. Liverpool Echo, top COVID symptom in patients revealed by new data as infections surge across UK. The Independent, the northeast postcodes where COVID rates are rocketing, and 4 are in County Durham. Photo shows Rudy Giuliani being escorted from White House after nuts Trump election conspiracist meeting. The Independent, the 6th of January hearing, unhinged White House meeting in spotlight. BBC, opinion, the January 6th hearing showed how lies can kill. The Washington Post, here are the key takeaways from the latest January 6th hearing. Family and friends of Shinzo Abe attend private funeral in Tokyo. The Guardian, ex-Japan Prime Minister Shinzo Abe's funeral sees crowds in Tokyo streets, BBC News. BBC News, mourners pay respects to Japan's former leader Shinzo Abe at funeral. Sky News, heavy security at Shinzo Abe funeral after assassination. The Times, Shinzo Abe funeral, Japan says a final goodbye to its longest-serving leader. EU urged to investigate ex-politicians' Uber links and rein in tech lobbyists. The Guardian, not up to scratch, Uber files puts spotlight on weak enforcement of EU ethics rules. Politico Europe, Emmanuel Macron, proud of supporting Uber's lobbying drive in France. The Guardian, the Uber files show just how far Macron has come. Bloomberg, big tech's reckoning won't stop with Uber. Ukraine claims arms depot attack in occupied Kherson with Himars rockets. BBC, Ukraine, massive blast at Russian weapons depot targeted by US-supplied rocket system. Evening Standard, Russia suffers heavy blow as Ukraine uses US-supplied high-mobility rockets to destroy key weapon depot. City AM, video appears to show Ukrainian missile strike in Russia-occupied Kherson. The Guardian, Ukrainian rocket strike targets Russian ammunition depot. World Health Organization warns COVID-19 is running freely and global deaths are unacceptably high. Sky News, WHO chief warns of rising infections, deaths from new COVID wave. Bloomberg, WHO says COVID-19 remains a global health emergency. Reuters.com, new waves prove COVID isn't over, WHO chief says. Russia-Ukraine war update, what we know on day 140 of the invasion. The Guardian, Ukrainian strike on ammunition depot kills 7 in Russian-held town in Kherson region. The Telegraph, Ukraine news, Live, Putin to visit Iran amid reports it could supply drones to Russia. The Independent, Ukrainian strike on Russian-held town attributed to US-supplied missile. The Guardian, live Russia-Ukraine war, occupiers will not be safe anywhere on our land, warns Zelensky. Uvalde shooting, CCTV shows police in hallway, and getting hand sanitizer, while gunman attacks. Sky News, video from school hall outside Uvalde massacre to be shown. The Independent, Uvalde shooting video reveals police ran away and applied hand sanitizer as children died. The Telegraph, officials finally agree to release surveillance footage from Uvalde mass shooting, report says. Sri Lanka, President Gotabaya Rajapaksa flees the country on military jet. BBC, Rajapaksa brothers, blocked from fleeing Sri Lanka as rule of political dynasty comes to undignified end. The Independent, Sri Lanka President Rajapaksa faces terrible, massive protests unless he quits. BBC, The Guardian view on Sri Lanka, good riddance to the Rajapaksas. The Guardian, explainer, how Sri Lanka spiraled into crisis. This was all for the news. Thanks for listening. Please do not forget to like and subscribe.